just walking down to the barn now to go milk my goats, and I'm trying to motivate myself to make the best of today. The last 2 days have not been as productive as I would have liked them to be, so I'm hoping today I get a little bit more things done. Turkey lurkey, what are you doing out? And you got some duck friends out with you? No, don't go that way. Come this way, guys. Come on. Come on, babies. This way. I'll come open the gate for you. Nope, they're not following me. Yes, they are. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on in. You guys stay back or they won't come in. I'll pretend I got something in the grain bucket. Ah, yes. Works every time. Come on. Come on, turkey lurkey. Tom, you can't go through the gate. Tom, you can't go through the gate. Tom, you're too big for that. Tom. Oh, wow. Turkeys are really smart, huh? Smartest creatures ever. Don't try to get out, ducks. There you go, Tom. There you go. You're almost there. There you go. Get you a drink of water too, Tom. I see you panting. Get you a drink of water. I tell you, turkeys and ducks are not the smartest, but I think that's what makes them so interesting to watch. Like, really, they're funny. So training, sorry about all the very loud local goats that are ready to go out. When they see another goat getting an extra serving of breakfast, they get a little bit jealous. But starting a first freshener, which is a goat that's been bred for the first time on the milk stand, you always want to start about 2 months before they're going to kid, or as soon as possible before kidding. You don't want them to be in their nervous new mother stage when you put them on the milk stand for the first time. Due to the loudness in there, I'm going to come out here and tell you a little bit more about that. So, first fresheners, I get them up on the stand, I give them a full serving of grain and alfalfa that is going to help grow their baby for those last 2 months. So it's not just about the training, the nutrition level has to increase during that time as well. So I get them up on the milk stand, I pet them, I make them feel like it's a really comfortable, fun thing to be up there. You don't ever want to truly walk away from a goat on the milk stand like I just did. I have been doing this with her and she is very comfortable and stable on the milk stand, but I still want to keep a very close eye in case she gets nervous and falls off one leg or something like that, and it could choke her because she is locked in to the stanchion. But I pet her, I brush her, I give her lots of attention, and I touch her udder. I rub on her udder, I squeeze on her udder, I play with her teats, and I get her comfortable and used to the fact that I'm going to be doing that soon. A lot more than I'm doing it now. But a lot of times they will kick and jump when you go to touch the udder, and that's okay. Usually once the milk comes in, they're going to be much more willing to let you touch down there, because they'll realize after the first couple of milkings, they start to realize, oh, this is a relief. I like this relief. I'm going to let you do that because I find it enjoyable to be relieved of all that pressure. But it's a good idea to get them trained, get them well fed in advance so that they can have a better transition onto the milk stand. You don't want it to be when they've gone through a lot of stress like a kidding that it's the first time getting on the milk stand. Hearts is being lazy. She's down on her knees to eat her food. That's how I've been feeling too, Hearts. I just want to kneel down and eat my food. So as many of you know, I've been battling some health issues and trying to get better, working very hard to get better. And the change in the way I eat has been the hardest so far. It is so hard, but it is so worth it. And all of the supplements and vitamins that I'm taking are really making a big difference too, I believe. And I've been feeling much better. I've had a lot more energy. a little less pain and a little less anxiety. So for me, that's a total win. And it's a success. Gotta separate the hay a little bit into different spots so they don't overcrowd each other when they come out here and attack their hay. They love this alfalfa hay. They get a flake in every stall at night, but they seem to forget that they ever ate anything before until they get out here in the morning. So I've been feeling much better. Then this weekend came and something happened that I was not expecting to happen. I woke up feeling like complete and total crap, to put it no other way. Saturday and Sunday, I spent the day feeling very lethargic, very achy, very tingly. All of the old symptoms were back. Even my feet began hurting again. And my feet have been doing really good. One of my dear friends, a subscriber, sent me some compression socks, and I think it's really been helping a lot. But this weekend, my feet just ached. It was all of the symptoms that I had when I was at my worst, and I couldn't figure it out. What did I do wrong? Well, the best that I can figure is that when we went grocery shopping on Thursday, we were in a rush and we were getting a rotisserie chicken for the family to eat. And we thought it was gonna be safe for me, but when we read the ingredients, it had corn, dextrose, and all kinds of other stuff like paprika and other things that I am not allowed to have in my diet. I'm just up here checking on what the goats have already eaten. Ryan expanded this area and opened it up yesterday, and they've already gone after all the broadleaf, and they've just got grass left. So I said, well, I'll just run over to the health food section and check the freezer, and I'm sure that there's a gluten-free fast food type thing that I can heat up real fast and make something for myself when we get home, because if we go grocery shopping on a work night, it's late. By the time we get our groceries home and unpacked, get the animals taken care of, I mean, everybody's gonna be starving and we're not gonna have time to cook dinner. So we wanted something quick and easy, like a rotisserie chicken already made. Unfortunately, it didn't have the right ingredients for me. Well, I went through the entire freezer section, and every single item I pulled off the shelf, even if it was gluten-free, it had corn or potato or peppers or tomatoes, all of the things I can't have. So I ended up going with something I probably shouldn't have. And I thought it was okay because I read the ingredients, but on hindsight, it was a totally highly processed food. Highly processed foods are never good for anybody, but especially somebody with Hashimoto's. So I got a vegetarian turkey. It had no corn, no soy, no pepper, no, you know, it had none of the things on my list. But I'm pretty sure some of the ingredients on that ingredients list were things that I didn't know what they were. And that was a huge mistake on my part. And so, without thinking that it was bad for me, I had it Thursday night. And then I had it again on Saturday. So the fact that I felt yucky Saturday and Sunday, and I kind of was thinking I was feeling a little yucky on Friday, but I thought it was just being tired and nervous. I was feeling a little bit of anxiety. I do get kind of nervous about leaving the house. I don't leave this farm like ever, unless I'm going to the grocery store. So leaving the farm is kind of a stressful anxiety thing for me. But I was excited because, you know, a night out with my man was an amazing, beautiful, wonderful thing. So I got very little sleep Friday night because we were out late. And then Saturday night I got very little sleep because I was awoken at 5 o'clock in the morning because Ryan was getting ready to go hunt and I couldn't fall back asleep. So I got very little sleep 2 nights in a row, and I'm sure that impacted the way I was feeling too, because lack of sleep is very bad for somebody with my condition as well. What really stinks is that I thought that changing my diet and taking all these supplements was gonna end up being like, I would never feel like crap again. Like, I thought that we were past that. What I didn't realize is that it takes very little for me to get back to feeling like crap again. And that's a hard pill to swallow. I know that this is something I'm gonna have my entire life. Could I go into remission? Possibly. Very few people do. But it is possible. And I hope, you know, that will happen someday. But I mean, it's been a difficult journey. And just this weekend I had to I do a pill caddy that has morning, noon, and night for Monday or Sunday through Saturday for my supplements that I need to take, so that I won't forget any of them. I put them all in there on one day, and then all through the week I just open up the door that I need to take. Well, yesterday when I was filling it all up, it occurred to me that I was completely out of curcumin. I'm supposed to be taking 9 curcumin a day. I have none. And due to just life in general and the life that we live of living paycheck to paycheck, we won't be able to get any. Not until next paycheck. So it's like little things like that I probably, you know, could live without. Sure, it's not gonna kill me, but I'm probably gonna be aching quite a bit this week. It's gonna be affecting my life to just run out of curcumin. I'm on my last week of ashwagandha. I'm just about to run out of the 5-HTP, and some of my other supplements are nearly gone too, my vitamin B complex. And it's like, if I have to buy all of these this week, then that's gonna take away from groceries again. So this is a very difficult cycle to live. It's like, if I don't take care of myself, I'm gonna feel so horrible, I won't wanna do the things that I need to do. But if I do take care of myself, I won't have the things that I need to survive. It's a very difficult balancing act, but I'm doing it, and I'm making it work. I'll just get one of the supplements this week and a different one next week. And as far as the new supplements the doctor wants me on, they're just gonna have to wait. You know, it's just too much cost involved with taking care of myself. As much as I know that I need to spend it on myself, there's only so much that I can do. So I'm doing my best. I'm making it work. I'm targeting the things that I find to be the most helpful and the most important. My adrenal cortisol support, I'm out of that one, and I know that that one's been helping me. So that's going to be right up there on the top of my list with the curcumin to get renewed before I get the other things renewed. I just wanted to tell you guys all this just to let you know that even though I try to stay positive and I try to stay inspiring and I try to make everything butterflies and rainbows, there's always an underlying issue happening behind the scenes that you don't see and hear about. You know, I didn't film at all over the weekend. Some of you may have noticed that, but I made no videos because I didn't feel well enough to do so. And I just want you guys to know that even when I'm not feeling good, I'm still thinking about you guys, and I'm dreaming up all of the ways that I can make great videos for you in the future. See, what did I tell you? Everybody goes to the hay. That is everybody except for Hearts. Hearts says, what about third breakfast, Mom? What about third breakfast? Let me check every bucket in the barn. I gotta make sure there's no extra grain waiting for me. She definitely gets her fill in food. As you can see, Ryan has the mealworm colony set up down here in the barn. You saw that in his last video that he did. And I'm going to create a video telling you all about how to set one up yourself. What are you guys all circling around me for? You love me, huh? I think like half of the girls are all in heat. They're acting all crazy. Yeah, they're all in heat. They're all ready for breeding season. Not you. You're ready to have a baby. And you need a tiny buck. We can't find you a tiny buck, huh? The ducks have figured out that we have soldier fly under the quail, and they have been busting loose to come in here and eat them all. It is too funny. They love them. They just dig right through and eat all the soldier fly. All right, I gotta be quick. The boys just hollered from the window that somebody had a potty accident and I need to go change the pants. Doesn't happen very often, but it does happen, as most of you moms probably already know. So anyway, I have to very quickly put out some of these seed. I have some golden beet seed that my friend Terry sent me, and I'm just gonna put them in the rows right with the other beet seeds. I'm gonna, not in the same row, I'm gonna go in between the Cayuga beet seeds. I'm just gonna hoe right down carefully, not to disturb the other two rows of beets. Just gonna go right down, and I will sow those right in between. You can see that a lot of the beets are coming up, so we are going to have some beets at least for sure. I just want to increase the number of beets with some of my favorite golden beets. These beet seeds came from Baker's Creek, my favorite seed company of all time. Super excited to have them. I have grown these many a time before, and I just love the golden beets so much. They're so sweet and delicious. You can see my turnips and rutabaga need to be thinned. I'll be thinning those in a video very shortly where I'm going to be using them as part of the recipe. And you can see that the squash are blooming, and those are female blooms, so we might get some fruit. I don't know if there's any male blooms open. Those might not make it if they don't get pollinated. We'll see. You can see the cucumbers have really taken off. Remember the tendrils I showed you the other day? And I showed you how I rested one over the top of the wire. Look at it, it's just buried in here. I told you. And look at all these other ones that have clung to the wire to help pull itself up. So I'm going to continue training any of these cucumber sections I find that are growing away from the plant and the trellis. I guess it's not really a trellis, it's a tomato cage, but I'm going to train them to go up into and wrap around the tomato cage so that they won't end up in my pathways. So I just continue to take the growing points of every new growth and tuck it in there and let its tendrils grab a hold of the wire. I also have quite a bit of radish that I will be thinning out as well. The Egyptian spinach germinated great, but none of the other spinach germinated, as I suspected that seed was pretty old. We have some lettuce beginning to germinate in here, not as severely infested as I thought they were going to be from the boys planting them. The kale are germinating perfectly, and it looks like the spinach, or not the spinach, the peas. It looks like the peas are not germinating at all. So as I suspected, those seeds were pretty old. I don't know though, it looks kind of dry. I thought we had enough rain. It's wet and down underneath, but if it's not wet enough for the pea seeds to germinate, then I'm gonna have to try watering again. Yeah, see, they're not even trying to germinate, they're just rotting. So, we'll see. And look at those beautiful orange peppers. Aren't they gorgeous? Oh no, I forgot about these okra. I was gonna tell Ryan to go ahead and pick them, and look how big they've gotten. I don't know how edible those big ones will be, but the little ones will be delicious. I better get those while I'm down here. I love me some okra. The butterfly garden is doing magnificent. The butterflies love it. They're always constantly little tiny butterflies, big giant butterflies, just hovering all over this place. They really like the butterfly bush the most. Well, after my son poked his head out the window again, saying that he couldn't find his underwear for all the neighbors to hear, I decided I didn't have time to cut that okra, so I'm just rushing back to the house to take care of the boys. I assume that means they're done with their schoolwork, but maybe not. Maybe they just had an accident. Usually they don't have accidents like that unless they're playing too intensely and they get distracted. Well, here's to hoping that this week I don't eat anything I'm not supposed to and I get plenty of rest so that I can feel good again. Thank you guys for watching. You know the drill. We'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots. Almost forgot to tell you guys, we did not get anything but a little bit of rain from the storm, so thank you for the prayers and safety. We made it out just fine. It decided to die down before it got to us.